Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abu Bakr Ahmed, and I'm fortunate to attend. This will be our 26th annual convention. So I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for allowing me to attend all 26. Actually, this will be my 27th NABIC gathering, because before the first convention, we had the founding meeting too. So inshallah, I was able to attend all 27. So I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for that. And I welcome you to come to this meeting this morning. And I hope that this meeting will be enjoyable and informative for you. NABIC has been working for, as you can see, for 26 years. It's a small organization, but with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I think it is one of the largest the development and relief organization, expatriate Bangladeshi organization that's working in America and in Bangladesh. So instead of lending my remarks, I would like to request our young sister Naima Ahmed to come and recite the Quran, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ليس البر أن تولوا وجوهكم قبل المشرق والمغرب ولكن البر من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر والملائكة والكتاب والنبيين وآتى المال على حبه ذوي القربى واليتامى والمساكين وابن السبيل والسائلين وفي الرقاب وأقام الصلاة وآتى الزكاة.
First of all, let me congratulate the Board of Directors of NABIC for holding their 26th annual convention in our metropolitan area. I welcome you on behalf of the Bangladeshi community in this area. I also congratulate all the participants who have taken their time off and making this convention a real success. I'm also honored to welcome you as a member of NABIC. Now this area is probably the 5th largest in population in the United States. Among the big cities is probably the Dalash Fort Worth combined together is probably the 5th largest in the nation. To give you a perspective, this is growth rate. In 1986, when I moved into this area, there was only one mosque, used to be known as Dallas Central Mosque, but that is in Richardson, this particular city. And over the years, for the next 30 years or so, if you count different masjids and masalas, the number will be at least 20. It could be more than 20. So you can say that the growth is approximately 10 to 20 times as much as far as the Muslim populations are concerned. Now, there's a magazine in this area, it's a Texas Monthly, and one of the Muslim brothers had an article in that particular magazine recently. And he had commented, I think, quite accurately that this area should be considered as the Medina of the USA. Because the number of Islamic centers the number of well-known scholars and masjids are definitely bearing evidence to that. So, once again, welcome to our Medina. Marhaba, ahlan wa sahlan. So the question is why we are here. I'm sure we are here because we feel that we must support organizations like NABIC, who is doing the talk and walk the walk, right? They're actually doing something in order to enhance the great part of our Iman, which is the charitable works. So that is fulfilling a great obligations as far as the Muslims' principles, Islamic principles are concerned. And by doing so, we hope and pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be pleased with us. But today, we definitely would have a lot of opportunity to listen to different scholars of various backgrounds. They will be touching on different subjects from which you'll be benefited tremendously, I'm sure of it. And then we'll get inspiration from knowing the different activities of the organization like NABIC. But as our brother Rabin has mentioned about Islamophobia, the question is what we do about it. It has almost become a household word, and in fact one of the most widely used English word, English speaking area, Islamophobia. Is it real? But obviously the answer from our point of view is not. It is artificially created. So what do you do about it? Well, we as a free citizen of this country, we can organize ourselves and do something about it by taking active participation in the political process. Is it just a dream that such an effort would not create any result? Well, there are examples in this country of different communities that were persecuted, but they got around it, they turned back the tide of something anti of that particular community. When they started to participate actively in the political process, in making sure that anything that goes against the community and then any political person is trying to take advantage of that, you can turn the tide by making sure that the anti-community activity or anti-community propaganda by a politician, if you can make sure that that anti-community activity is politically very costly, then obviously those politicians will be refraining themselves from trying to take advantage of that. So in order to achieve such an objective, we actually have been able to form a small organization, it's a humble beginning, known as the Organization for Creating Political Awareness. This is based in our particular area, which is North Texas. But eventually we hope to spread this to the other parts of this country. So we have a web page, and the address is ocpana.org, meaning organization for curing political organizations in North America. So we say humble beginning, but I think it's probably one of the positive steps by our community. And one thing about this organization, OCPA, is non-profit, but unlike NABIC and any other non-profit organization, we do have the mandate to support a political candidate or oppose a particular candidate. So inshallah, we'll try to do a tremendous effort in the coming elections and the other elections that will come in the future. We'll get actively involved through this organization in making sure that the politicians who are against the Muslim community would have to pay a price if they don't desist or if they don't support our cause. Now, I would like to conclude with a thought that amazes me quite a bit about our Creator and His creation. Most of us are aware of these things, but we normally do not think about it because it does not affect our day-to-day life. So, what about this creation? We are all familiar with days and years, right? So what are these days and years coming from? It's coming from the motion of the earth, the motion around its own axis that is giving you day and night. And then years means the earth is moving around the sun. When it completes one rotation, it's a year. And in fact, our time that we know, minutes, hours, seconds, they're all coming from that motion. But is this the only reality? Right? Another thing is that our perception that we are static, we are not moving. That's not the reality. That's the perception or the feeling that we are not moving. But as we speak right now, do we actually know how fast we are moving in space? Well, if you just think about it and calculate a little bit, you'll find out. Our speed around the sun right now, as we speak, as we are sitting down here, if you calculate it 20 miles per second. If you calculate further, it will come to 72,000 miles per hour. So ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we are moving in space at 72,000 miles per hour. Right now, every day. Started billions of years ago and will continue. Billions years from now onward till the day of Qiyamah.
Our next speaker is Sheikh Spendim Nazak. I hope that I pronounced his name close to correctly. Sheikh Spendim Nazaku has an intriguing name that roots back to an intriguing country, reflecting his even more intriguing character. Born in the early 70s to Albanian parents in the beautiful city of Ohrid, Macedonia, his parents immigrated to America when he was just a year old. He was raised in New Jersey and soon took him to the University of Medina, where he graduated from the College of Sharia in 2001. He was instructor of Al-Maghrib Institute for several years. In 2005 to 2015, Sheikh Nazaku joined Islamic Association of North Texas as an imam and resident scholar. So we'd like to invite Sheikh Nazaku.